It's week 3 of the NFL, and we've got a showdown in the AFC East. It's the reigning...
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's going to have a Patriots first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Let's go.
Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well, it was you. I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 19 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first, but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
On play action, they'll throw. Now he'll escape to his right. And shutting him off, now open field. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Second and 2. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Finding Gaskin underneath. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Route the longest progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to, at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the...
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. A run with Harris out of the shotgun, pushing through the contact. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. They'll look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be down.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive.
Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw.
And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll set up to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there for New England.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They're going to look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
To try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. Able to push his way through. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Dancing, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw here. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The Dolphins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
He's going to find his tight end. That's Hunter Long.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
Hunter Long.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So the Patriots coming out now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, it's Harris, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. New England on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
4 yards remain for second down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Aaron Jones. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And they'll begin by running the option.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Stay loose. Stay loose.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
He's going to keep this again.
Open space inside, puts it on the carpet, it's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. There he goes left side. The 40, 20, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Miami set to take over.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coke trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's complete to Robinson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw again. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Smith. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Second and 5.
Again, he'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball. But surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk, and that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And Hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
But just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Finding Gaskin underneath. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where you see the final score there. Baker Mayfield leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Saquon Barkley, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Jones with 2 touchdown runs. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And even though they've got work to do on the scoreboard, their running game has been solid. Over 100 yards rushing in that first half. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they didn't have quite the same kind of success running the football. But still, not bad for one half of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll set up a throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And over the middle, this is Parker. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Patriots take over. So here are the Patriots to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 2nd and 6. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Webb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play there for the Dolphins.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Gaskin. Shifts past him at the 45. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off the option, here's Gaskin. Dancing away at the 35. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Gaskin. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This is Gaskin on the carry. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll drop to throw. And this is Parker, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run now with Gaskin, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Another run with Gaskin. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coages, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
New England's offense set to go.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something
somewhere
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll set up to throw. He completes it to Henry.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
Let's go. Do this.
The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. And this one is incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's complete to Parker, left side.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
They're going to look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Miami set to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 36.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass. You don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Deatrich Wise. He's the culprit, dropping in for a 2-yard loss.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Fights him off. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Sanders' kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run again with Harris. He juked him. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. New England on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Stevenson. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Kirk, complete.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Webb. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Pats might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. The
Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Christian Barmore gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
This is Robinson.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Pass complete to Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down now, but that clock rolling. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. On second down now, it's Baldwin. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They hand this off to Harris. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Parker. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
Second and 4.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. He'll look to throw.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount.